All right, let's talk about a phrase you've probably seen everywhere lately, becoming the main character.
But what does that actually mean? It's a term that gets thrown around a lot, and it usually makes us think of big, cinematic moments and being in the spotlight all the time. But is that really what it's all about?
Well, here's a hint. It's probably not what you think. The popular idea of main character energy might actually be missing the whole point. The real meaning is something a lot quieter and way more powerful. So before we can get to what it is, we've got to be super clear on what it isn't. It's time to kind of take apart the myth.
And this right here, this contrast is a really big deal. The myth you see online is all about the outside stuff. It's about ego, putting on a performance, trying to force yourself to feel confident. But the truth points inward. It's quiet. It's just showing up as you are. It's all about authenticity.
And this quote it nails it. This isn't about thinking the world revolves around you. And it's definitely not about pretending you're some kind of superhero who doesn't feel pain or get bothered. It's actually the exact opposite.
Okay, so if it's not about ego and performance, then what is it? This is where we get to the real heart of the idea, what you could almost call a quiet, personal revolution.
And there it is. It's that simple and that profound. Main character energy is just finally deciding that your own life is worth showing up for. It's not about demanding the world's attention. It's about giving your own life your full attention. It's making the choice that you matter enough to be here for it all.
But that kind of makes you wonder, right? If it's just a simple decision, why is it so incredibly hard for so many of us? Well, to get that, we have to look back at the scripts we learned as kids just to get by.
It's a totally fair question, because for years, maybe our entire lives, we've been practicing the exact opposite. We got really good at playing the supporting character in everyone else's story.
Think about it. This script gets written over a long time. When we were young, a lot of us learned to live from the outside in. First, we learned to adjust our own needs. Then we learned to accommodate what everyone else wanted. Then we got good at anticipating their reactions. And finally, we learned to perform whatever version of ourselves we thought they wanted to see. And it's so important to remember why we did this. This wasn't a flaw. It was a brilliant survival strategy. We did it to avoid conflict, to dodge rejection, or that awful feeling of shame. We basically became experts at survival.
But here's the catch. You get to a point where you realize that the very script that kept you safe is now keeping you small. And that's when you have to face this huge difference between just surviving and actually living.
Just let that sink in for a second. Survival is not the same thing as living. One is about just getting through the day. The other is about being fully present for it. And they require completely different skills.
So what does this shift actually look like? Well, it means you stop waiting around for your real life to start. You stop acting like someone else is writing the script for you. You stop throwing your own needs out the window just to feel loved. And, this is a big one, you stop calling the act of erasing yourself selflessness.
Because when you stop doing all of that, something pretty amazing starts to happen. You're not becoming someone new. It's more like a return, a coming home to yourself.
And who are you returning to? You're returning to the version of you that's underneath all those survival tactics, the you who is simply honest, whole, present, and fully, truly alive.
So as we wrap this up, let's get one thing crystal clear. This journey isn't some huge, exhausting self-improvement project. It's a journey back to the person you've always been deep down. And this, maybe more than anything else, is the key takeaway. The work isn't about adding more things to your to-do list. It's about subtracting. It's the gentle and, courageous work of letting go of all the layers of performance you had to put on just to get by. This final thought really says it all, doesn't it? This is the work. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about unlearning who you were forced to be, so you can finally just be who you are. So the question is, what's one thing you had to be that you're ready to start unlearning?